70%, so we're in the minority of towns for having an elected planning board.
Okay, great. Let's move on to our agenda. Thank you. Any other citizen queries?
By the way, I understand it's policy that if you'd like to change
Would
the
you
meeting agenda.
identify yourself,
Good
please?
citizen, you want to change it from 3 minutes to 2
Need a name and
minutes?
address.
By your
Need a
name.
name and
I don't
address.
have to violate my Fourth Amendment right to appease you, but if you want to change it from 3 minutes to 2 minutes, you're going to have a second, and then you're going to have a discussion on it, but right now it stands as 3. I'll continue, thank you, and I won't be interrupted, I reclaim my time.
Would you identify yourself for the record,
Good
please?
citizen, good citizen, thank you.
What's your address?
None of your business. All right, Southborough has ruled on that. I don't have to give you any personal information to reclaim my time. If you'd like to stop me before I take my 3 minutes, you can change it to 2 and move for a vote. No? Moving on, thanks. The history of town and select board meetings goes back past the birth of this country. It is one of the most beautiful examples of democracy. The people's ability to provide feedback and redress their elected government, a government that is of the people, for the people, and by the people. Those people stand before you today. Over 1 year ago, the town manager's assistant told us it was illegal to film in town hall. She even grabbed us by the wrist and tried to drag us out. 1 year later, we see the behavior in the library is just as bad. We lodged a records request and followed up in the town hall to ensure they received our request. We approached the door and noticed a sign that read, "Due to the presence of confidential information, only hallways and meeting rooms are public spaces." With no assistance window, I knocked on the door and was invited in by the same woman who had assaulted us 1 year prior. We were told by the secretary that the office was in fact public. At this moment, the town manager came storming out of his office demanding we leave. We were called constitutional fools, First Amendment trolls, assholes, YouTube trolls, and scum, among other things. I continued to ask about the sign as he practically tried to force us out of the office. Once outside, I waited in a line of about 5 people to try and get service. At this point, the town manager confirmed the office was publicly accessible and was in fact open to the public. And because I was denied services and denied entry solely on the fact because I was engaged in my First Amendment right to free press. If I was refused access or service due to the color of my skin, sexuality, or practice of religion, this would be a different story. But free press is guaranteed within the 5 components of the First Amendment as all the other previous aspects that I mentioned. You could have been refused for your right to religion. You could have been refused because of the color of your skin. And yesterday, I was refused because I had a camera. The signs admittedly by the town manager were not to protect privacy, as there is no privacy in public, but a standing safeguard should anyone with a camera ever try and come in and expose them to the poor behavior. He called me a constitutional fool. I call myself someone whose name is in case law, who's been featured on the front page of the Washington Post, Boston Herald, Boston Globe, Global Sun, and featured in primetime CNN. I've retired 3 police officers, a sitting mayor, a selectman, and soon to be Steve Crane. I keep my promises. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging freedom of the press, or the right of the people to peaceably assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of their grievances. Everyone respected here in Ipswich, except free speech and free press. We stand at a dangerous precipice where a town manager is the self-appointed arbiter of what freedoms guaranteed by the Constitution we the people can practice. 300 years ago, we called the man that violated, oppressed, and made illegal laws king. Today, we call him Stephen Crane. If by the end of this meeting, those signs are not removed, you're on notice. We spoke to your select person, you're on notice. You will be sued, town will be sued, and you're going to put the taxpayers in an awful position because you want to say this. If I don't have a camera, this is open to me. It's publicly accessible as long as I don't bring in my camera. Okay, you understand? You can't do that. It's like telling me I can't come in if I wear a cross. Shoes. The signs go down, your job goes down. And that's the end of the story. You're on notice.
Thank you. Any other citizen queries?
Shame on you, Steve Crane, for shutting the face,
If you
shutting
want-
my
If you want to
face.
make a comment, please step
Shame
to
on
the
him.
microphone.
Shame on
Step to the
him.
microphone if you want to make a comment. Sir, could you identify yourself, please?
I'm a citizen of this state. That's what you need, that's what you get. I'm a little offended at the fact that we're here because this city manager is discriminating. It's selective discrimination. The fact that a camera is a problem for him and a problem for this town. There's case law in this state that he's violating, willingly violating, that's gonna open this town up to legal ramifications. I think you should check into it. you got an attorney, have him look at it. Because I know what I'm talking about, apparently he doesn't. The fact that those signs are there, the fact that those signs are illegal, the fact that there's no mass general law behind them, no town ordinance, nothing. They're useless. They're as useless as the paper they're written on. The fact that this person can sit there and call people names, the general public, is this what you want for your town? Is this what you want your town to be noted for? Calling people assholes, scum, trolls, whatever. That's not what this is about. It's about you guys representing the people of the town, the people everywhere. The fact that he has actually had the nerve to say this stuff, to turn around and willingly discriminate against somebody because of a camera, you've got to be kidding me. This is a joke. The whole premise of checks and balances is the different forms of government, the judicial, the executive, and the legislative. He's none of those things, other than the executive, maybe. But he has no authority to be the judicial part. None. Where does he get off? Where does this town get off? How can you sit here and let somebody like that run this town and open you up to civil liability? It's a major problem for you folks, and you need to address that, and you need to address him, because clearly he doesn't understand the law. There's no question about it. There's case law that came out in this state, numerous case law that's come out in this state, that says not only that we can record our government officials, but we can secretly record them. Apparently he hasn't read that law yet. I know I have. So I think that this board should take a serious look at the person they got running this town and maybe reconsider who's running it.
Thank you, sir. Any other citizen queries?
I came in here yesterday. I was not
Identify yourself for the record, please.
I will not give up my Fourth Amendment. I came in here yesterday. I wasn't even holding a camera. I was having a conversation with you. And I said, it's a shame that you work for the people. And you said, why is that? I said, because you don't know how to do your job. And you slammed a door in my face. Shame on you.
Any additional citizen query?
Coming up.
My name is Dan Kelly, 6 North Main Street. I just want to clarify something that you said, Sarah. Is it the case that with respect to the citizen petition regarding the appointment of the planning board that was postponed indefinitely at the town meeting, did you say that because the government study committee has already studied this, it's not going to be studied again, that essentially it's not going to be taken up?
I did not say that.
Okay.
I was saying they had looked at it in the past,
Right.
years ago, just at the difference between the number of communities that appoint versus the number of communities that elect.
Right, so tonight is not a night for this, but I just wanted to leave that open for something to look at prior to the next town meeting. Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other citizen queries?
How you doing? I'm here to address the
Identify yourself, please, for the record.
freedom fighter. On Stephen, the town guy that runs this place, very, very rude. I was also involved in yesterday's incident, and I told him what I thought of it, and now all you people know. Like he said, you're on notice. I hope you do the right thing. And one of them is getting rid of this guy, because he's not worth the money, for one, that we spend for taxes on him, and you guys want to back him up. So I don't know, maybe it goes beyond him. We'll find out, because I'm gonna be around here for a little while. Thank
Every
you.
day. I'll be in your building every day.
Any other citizen queries? Hearing none, we're gonna go to item number 4 on the agenda, which is the Whittier Vocational Technical High School Building Project Update. Sarah, do you want to lead this one off?
So tonight we have Gary James, who is the Ipswich rep to the Whittier.
What do you think? You guys want to go walk around the building?